Good morning and happy examination prep. We are going to be continuing today with reports. There are different types of reports, and we have, I think, done the one like there was an incident at school, which is a kind of eyewitness report. There is also a newspaper report, but the last one is the statistical report. A statistical report is normally given when you have a table or it might be a chart made up of figures. And your job is to translate that information into prose form or into like paragraph form. So this is a skill that if you do sciences, sometimes when you do experiments or observations at school, you have to record the numbers, but then you have to explain what those numbers mean. So basically, that is what the statistical report is all about. The truth is that from an examination perspective, I do not see it quite often, but it is part of the syllabus, which means there is a chance that it can come on the exam. And so we have to prepare for it. Let me just show you an example of what a table may look like if you have to do a statistical report. Let's see. You may get a table that looks like this. Is that clear? Yeah. Or you might even get one that looks a little bit more complicated, like this one, right? Or you may get one in the form of a pie chart, like this one. I will be taking photos of these to add to the page so that you can see them a bit better. But these reports are very important, especially in your wording, because remember a wording does not, sorry, not wording, remember a report does not reflect your opinion. So your job is not, in this particular instance, is not to give an analysis of the report. It is to just explain what those statistics say. It is to just say what they show. Do not give any reason behind it. So some tips that I want you to follow before we practice one: factual and accurate. Do not change any of the people's numbers, okay? So factual and accurate, the most important elements of a report. Also, it must be logically arranged. Now, a challenge with statistical reports is that sometimes the numbers can feel overwhelming. But your job is to reflect those numbers in as simple a way as you possibly can. Okay? So that would mean simple, short sentences and short paragraphs. Because in the same way how you look there and you see lots of numbers, for your reader, going through all of those numbers can be equally confusing. So it's important that you make that information as easy to read as possible. The other thing is that, of course, there's no opinion, so there should be no biases. And let's see, anything else? You should look for trends. So you must look at in what year was there an increase or was there a decrease? So those are phrases that you can use. You can make noticeable comparisons and any specific patterns that show up. So if there were constant increases every year or constant decreases every year, you can say that. If there were fluctuations, you can also say that. So we are going to try one now. And because this is the first time, I'm going to try to break it into as many pieces as I possibly can. So we can end the video here and we will get started on the actual exercise.